Hey there, I'm gonna be talking about a strategy I've been developing over the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping to just share it with anyone that's watching and get some honest feedback, anything they think I could improve on to make this maybe a higher win rate or more profitable. Uh, yeah, let me get into this. So, here's the first couple things. I've only traded MNQ while doing this. In terms of indicators, I just have this one's important. I'll get you the full name. I just use an ORB marker because I'm a little bit lazy. Mark the first 15-minute candle after the 9:30 open and just a fair value gap marker. Also, the key level indicator I'm talking about, it's this one, auto key levels. Now, in terms of settings, nothing special for the orb. I just have it for the first 15-minute candle after 9:30 open, and here I have daily for the auto key levels. I have the day one checked off, only with the point of control, and then weekly all of them checked off, but the last one. Now, basically, here's how this is going to work. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the orb, but basically the first candle off of 9:30 will form, and we'll normally get pretty volatile candle with aggressive wicks on both sides. So that's what we get here. And basically what the indicator does is just marks the highs and lows of this wick. So now we're going to look for a break either to the upside or like above this little white line or below. If it's above, we're looking for buy orders. If it's below, we're looking for sell orders. So you see on this next candle we get a break above. Now as soon as we get the break above, we're gonna wait. The indicator will take a sec to update, and we'll look at the value area high, low, and the point of control. Now since it is a Monday, we only have the weekly marked out. We don't have the daily POC because it can't reference the past day because it is Monday. But on Mondays, normally profits tend to be a little bit tighter because the volume has only entered the market on this day. So it's not too big of a difference because it's kind of like a daily POC. It's weird, but it's fine. You enter buy limit at your point of control, the weekly for Monday, and then stop loss at the value area low and TP at the value area high. Now, if this broke to the downside, it would be same thing, but it would be a sell order, and this would be your TP, and this would be your stop loss, the high and low. So now you just set your buy order. Also, this is on 15-minute time frame. No others do I trade this on. I've only tried it on the 15, and I've only traded it on the 15. But as you can see, yeah, literally with the next candle, we basically snipe the entry, and we get TP in one candle, which is amazing. Now that's basically how it works. Also, before 9:30 open, I would go into higher time frames like 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily, and just mark out any confluences, any key levels, any like prior highs that we could be targeting, and yeah, and then I would return back to 15-minute. But that's basically strategy. Wait for orb, break to the upside, downside, get a limit order ready, point POC, get value area high, low, and that's your TP, stop loss, and your entry. Now, I'll just give 1 week of examples. I guess I'll just do last week. This was FOMC this week, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, so if we're looking at Monday, for example, yeah. Is this Monday? Yeah, this is Monday at 9:30. Oh, wait, the orb formed already. Okay, so right here, this candle's the orb. Sorry, the lines, I should probably make it thicker, but it's basically there. You see with the next candle after we break to the upside, that is our signal that we're looking for longs, and now we're going to set our limit at the point of control, stop loss at the low, TP at the high, and I would just do that, and yeah, we're entered and we had TP. Now also on some of these trades, with if you're happy with this RR and you're happy with your profits, of course, but also you could take partials. Like if I'm doing 5 units here, maybe take partials of like 3 contracts, and then I would move my stop to break even. So I'm holding 2 contracts, and I would probably just trail, like, stop loss to here and stop loss to about here, and I would just trail to squeeze as much profit out of those 2 contracts as I can. And that's basically how I would do that. Now, if we go on to the next day, so now you can see, because it's Tuesday, the daily point of control is in effect. Now, I'm gonna be real, not every day are you gonna be able to get set up, but that's how you play it safe with the strategy. You won't get set up every day, but I would say it's pretty highly profitable when you do get entered. Of course, nothing's 100%. There will be losses, but I've had really great success so far when I do get entered. Now, some days you have to be realistic. I don't think we'll be getting an entry. I don't think price will come this far down, and yeah, it just runs without us. But it's okay. You just don't trade that day. You don't lose any nothing. You don't lose any money. Like, you're chilling. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so here, ORB again. Come here. We don't close above the high. So, nothing happens today. We're still in this ORB range. Now, there, we break the low. We can see our point of control. Our daily is there, and our weekly is here. That's our high and low. Now you have 2 options. 10. If you do the weekly, it's closer to price, so you will be more likely to be filled. However, you could go into more drawdown. If you want to play it safer, you could do the daily, or what I've done in the past, I'll maybe do like 3 contracts here, 2 contracts here, and then, but for example, we can do that. Now, stop loss here. Now the RR, this needs to be, yeah. The RR may look a little bit funny, but that's, you just gotta trust the process. On the 3 contracts, I would probably take profits, and then on 2 contracts, of course, whatever contract sizing you guys want to do, it's up to you. Stop loss up once again, and I would probably trail the 2 contracts. So we can see here we get entered only on the 3 and hit TP right away. Now the other thing that I also do, kind of depends on where the point of controls are, is I like to, if we go back to where we were. Okay, so, okay, once again we, boom, break. Yo, it's tripping. I don't know why our daily is there, but as we saw before, you could, yeah, here, I'll just show tomorrow's example, and I'll talk about what I mean. Okay, 45. Okay, so that's 9:30. You see, we break out almost instantly. Yeah, we break out of the orb instantly. However, our point of control, our daily, is down here, or our weekly is up here. Now, what I would do is, I would see 800, 500, we're about 300 points, no, 30, or 360 points away. Now, you could, like I said before, you could just try to enter here, but of course, you could gain more profits, but then also at the same time, you're playing a little bit more risky. Or you can go for 50% in between. So we said 330 between weekly and daily, so that would be or 360, so that would be what, 180 points, 180, so 680. That's where you could also enter 50%, but probably be a little bit, about 50% in between your weekly and daily. That I do a lot also, but just so we can see, let's say I do like one at 50% about here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then your stop loss once again goes here, TP here. Now, if you, let's say you do want to enter off this daily point POC, of course our value area low is above this, so we can't set our stop loss there. Now, I would not enter this unless we have a strong, some kind of strong confluence under here, like 4 hour fair value gap, or okay, you see we have a nice 4 hour fair value gap and let's check daily, yeah, and daily fair value gap. So that, if there wasn't that, I wouldn't take this. You could take this though. Oh shoot, yeah, okay, that's what happened. So it's like, I swear it wasn't this high before. The one thing I have to mention, the indicator is a little buggy in replay mode. Sometimes it doesn't update to the current thing, but I promise when live trading it works flawlessly, or mostly. But here, okay, this is update. This is how I thought it would more look like, because we have a lot of volume over here. But here we can see our weekly low, high, daily. Before, sorry about that, I don't think it was fully updated to the current data. But now that we've flipped back between confluences, we're all good. Now, same thing, you could do 50% in between your weekly or daily, or you could split your contracts again. Since last time we split it, this time I'll do it in between. Just estimate about here. Stop loss down here. TP here. And yeah, once again, one candle, we're basically out, and that you take one trade per day, and that's how it ends. So that's basically a strategy. Wait for ORB break to bottom or low, so you can see if we're selling or buying. Then you set your limit order, set your following stop losses, and take profits. And then you just see if you get filled. If you don't get filled, you aren't trading that day. If you do get filled, hopefully you run to take profit. Now, when there's daily, you can either choose to pick between either daily point of control or weekly. You could do 50%, or you could do like about half your units in each. I will say weekly tends to be a little bit stronger because it is a week and not the day, but the day is a good thing to keep in mind. And that's basically the strategy. I would love to hear any feedback. This is still in the working. Any feedback or recommendations to make this more profitable and have a higher win rate, just leave in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Even just a like and subscribe on the video. However, it's up to you guys. Hopefully let me know what you think, and yeah, have a great day.